Don't eat too many sugar-free snacks in one sitting. They turn into a laxative. Welcome to Piles and Smiles, where we bring you smiles and piles. I'm August, and today is the 13th of January 2020. My second show. Or sold or whatever. Anyway, hope you had a good weekend. Hope we did a lot of partying and self-discovery, so on and so forth. I binged Good Girl. Started watching on Saturday. Finished last episode of season 2 this morning. I liked the show. I hated the decisions that some of them made. They didn't make any. Some decisions that Beth and her crew made did not make a lot of sense to me. They should have murdered Boomer. They should have murdered Patty Mary, whatever the fuck her name is, the house mom that kept that was blackmailing them. They should have. I wish Rio is one of my favorite characters, but why did he? I mean, they beat the case. In the last episode. FBI agent didn't have nothing on him. Boomer was alive still. He went to the police station to let them know that he wasn't dead. Duh. They beat the case. They didn't have nothing on them. But Rio had to fucking kidnap Beth, and he kidnapped the FBI agent. Excuse me. Then tried to make Beth kill the FBI agent. Gave her the gun. She's all distraught and fucking like, what the fuck is going on? And he was fucking with her for like 2 seasons. He's messed with her for the whole 2 seasons. It was already beating cheeks. Like, she loved this nigga. Or maybe she didn't love him, but she did like having sex with him. But he just kept fucking with her, pushing her buttons. Gave her the gun. And then tried to force her to kill the FBI agent. And then had the nerve to try to run towards her while she had this gun in her hand. And she popped 3 shots in his chest. Now, he wasn't dead. He was still alive. FBI agent, I assume that he's going to be alive in the next season, which I'm interested to see how or what type of like retaliation he's going to come with, because they think he's dead. I don't think he's dead. They think he's dead, and they think they're going to take over. Excuse me. They think they're going to take over. I don't think so. I don't know when this 3rd season's coming, but I'm excited for it because I want to see if Rio's dead or not. If he's dead, I'm probably not gonna watch it. It's because he's like my favorite character. I mean, even though he's on some fuck shit a lot of times, but motherfucker's cool as hell. Anyway, moving on. First thing I want to talk about is the new games of this week. So they're free. So you're gonna pay them money for this. The first one, which was already out, came out. It was free, I think, on the 9th. So it was for the 9th, called Sundered. Did I say it right? Sundered? Whatever. Sundered is on the Epic Game Store. That's one of the free games this week. And then the second one, which is coming out on is going to be on the Epic Game Store on the 16th, is called Horus. That's a platformer. So those are 2 games this week for free. You also have like Kakarot releasing on the 17th, Dragon Ball Z game, which I know some people who are excited for it. Me, not so much, but that is dropping on the 17th. And first thing I want to talk about is the PlayStation 4. Sony PlayStation, they're dropping a DualShock. What is it called? DualShock 4 back button attachment. So this is a back button that's gonna plugs right into your audio jack. It provides two buttons on the back of the controller where your these bad boys sit. So playing the game, and he's just hanging back here doing nothing, being lazy. So it provides two buttons on the back of the controller that you can map 16 different ways. For example, the back buttons can be triangle, it could be X, it could be R1, left on the D-pad, so on and so forth, right? So this is supposed to lower your response times for shooters, or if you're like me, I sometimes miss the buttons in like those Telltale games, those quick time events. I be fucking so caught up in the action and I forget to press the button. So, or I'm too late to press the button. So this is supposed to help with the responsiveness. You can also save with the 3 profiles. So for example, Apex, you can have a profile, you can have a profile for Call of Duty, and then the Telltale events. So it's supposed to mainly for competitive play, really intense. You're really slacking on your response time. It's supposed to help. So retails at $30. So $30, it drops on the 23rd. Which I'm kind of interested to see how it works. I don't know if I'm gonna get one. I definitely want to see like how would it really make a difference? With obviously those back buttons, like obviously your kind of your fingers, your middle fingers kind of lay back there anyway, behind your controller. So I'm interested to see how quick would it confuse you? Because obviously you have to learn, like, all right, if you map one of these buttons to X or to triangle, you have to kind of relearn working your controller. So obviously it seems like it'll be something you have to get used to. I think it'll be a little confusing to start off with. I mean, at first I think it'd be a little confusing because if you like, let's say you play Apex and you map the back buttons to trigger, so you'd have to remember, like, okay, instead of pressing the trigger with my pointer, I'm pressing the trigger with my middle finger. Now I'm hitting that back button with my middle finger. But I mean, for the most part, it like I said, it seems dope. Put people competitive play, and it'll put people on the road to esports level. So I mean, I think it's a dope piece of tech. Yeah, I think it's just a dope piece of tech. Moving on. So on the 21st, there's this game coming out called Temtem, made by the developers goes by a company named Crema Games in Madrid, Spain. The publishers are Humble Bundle. So they titled this as a massive multiplayer creature collection adventure. So it's pretty much, it's Pokemon in a sense. So you have it's an MMO though, so you can play with other people in the game. They also have a story mode where you can play with either by yourself or with one other person. And just like Pokemon games, especially if you're like a lot of people who are really upset with Game Freak right now, and Game Freak's DLC that's about to drop. Well, not really about to drop, but they just announced, and you still want to play Pokemon, but you don't want to play Game Freak's Pokemon. I think this would be a pretty good what's the word? Not option, but a replacement. So I think it would be a dope replacement. It's supposed to play like Pokemon. You have when you start off, you have your 3 starter types. First one is going to be Crystal. Second one is Melee. I want to call it Melee. Melee. And then the third one is your mental type. There are 12 types in total. You can customize your character. You can customize. You actually have a home that you go to that you can decorate the home. So, you know, it also comes with your you got the MMO, you got the competitive play, you have your trading. I mean, is they say it's they say that Pokemon um was inspired. You know what I'm saying? It's a Pokemon inspired game. So um I think it's gonna be dope. I'm actually really excited about it. Especially with the whole MMO, with it being an MMO and playing with friends in the actual game. Um I think it also says that it's gonna be a the battle system is supposed to be 2v2. So when you go into battle, it's 2v2 because I guess you can do like combos with the Temtems. Which I'm excited as hell for this. It drops in 1 week next Tuesday. It was a crowdfunding game. So they they raised over $500,000 for the game, and it's supposed to drop on all systems. Early access is for PC. And that's on the 21st. I don't know when the console version is gonna come out, but you as far as starting off the game, you're set in the map you're set in is made up of 6 islands. You have 6 islands, 6 floating islands, and they call it the Airborne Archipelago. I hope I said that right. So Airborne Archipelago, and I guess I'm assuming that just like with Pokemon, you have your different areas. But I don't really know much more about it besides that. They do have Kickstarter. If you want some more information on their Kickstarter, I will post a link below. But and you got breeding. So your story campaign is online world, it's co-op adventure. Housing, which is where you can customize your houses and you can customize yourself. Then you got competitive mode. So I mean, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. They do have some beta testing going on right now. I think the next one is on the 17th, and the final and last one is on the 19th of January. So you could join the Discord. They usually drop like I know in Discord that's where they drop the keys at for people who are interested in trying the beta. They also post on their Twitter for if you want to try the beta too. So I mean, I'm pretty excited for the game. I'm going to definitely do a review on that when it drops. So we'll see how it plays out. All right, moving on. We have some news in horror now. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep like the format for this was talk about maybe free games or games that will be releasing of that week, that current week of the video, and then talk about maybe some type of tech, either game tech or just some type of tech, and then go into talking about a game that I'm interested in or a game that is going to be coming out soon, and then moving from there into some type of like entertainment as far as movies and TV shows. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it strictly horror, which I'm a really big fan of horror movies, so and horror shows. But I do watch a lot of other shows like The Witcher, Good Girls, Magicians. That's dropping on the I think 16th, so that comes out on the 16th of this month. But I wasn't sure if I should just keep it straight horror, or if I should talk about any show or movie that's going to be coming out. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, let me know. Drop a comment, let me know how you feel about that. But for the most part right now, so in horror news, we have Sci-Fi is dropping, not dropping, but Sci-Fi picked up Chucky. So they're coming out with a new show about Chucky, our beloved redhead menace. They said so. I apparently it's supposed to be like Chucky shows up at a yard sale, and then all this murdering happens, and then it exposed this. It starts to expose this town's hypocrisies and secrets, which I'm like, okay, all right, so. Uh, Listen, this is exactly what it says. So sci-fi statement laid out the series premise. A vintage Chucky doll is found at a yard sale, and the inevitable murdering that ensues terrorizes an idyllic American town while exposing its hypocrisies and secrets. Several characters from Chucky's past, friends and foes alike, shows up to expose the truth of the killings, unwinding the secrets of Chucky's origin in the process. Now, my question is this related to the movies, or is this a brand new reboot? I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm gonna check it out for sure. I think the show comes out next month, if I'm not mistaken. If you know anything about it, let me know. But I think it comes out next month, and I just hope that it looks nothing like that Child's Play reboot when they made Chucky a robot, because that movie was trash. Listen, I struggled staying up watching that movie, and like it was so bad. Like just the start of that movie. First of all, they're making these dolls. I don't know where they were. I think it was in like whatever. It was overseas making these dolls. The guy on the assembly line got yelled at by his boss, and then he decided to take it out on this doll and make it this murderer. And then with it being this robot, like how they gonna just take out Charles? Like how they gonna just remove him from the equation? Like I didn't enjoy it. I hated the way it looked. Like I hated the way Chucky looked in that movie, and I hated the whole movie. It just was trash. It was butt cheeks. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Like who is gonna come and who shows up from Chucky's past to expose the truth. Like what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how bad or good the show actually turns out. So I just want to know if it's going to be like, if it's going to continue. Does Charles play a part in the movie, or is Chucky just going to be this like possessed, or I don't know if he's going to be robotic. So we'll see. And then the next thing that I came across was The Walking Dead. So The Walking Dead is getting motion shorts. So I guess like they call it an event series. It's going to be called Walking Dead Beyond. I'm sorry, The Walking Dead World Beyond. So apparently this is supposed to be a like a limited event series that's gonna like explore stories of passed away, of characters who had passed or died, which is kind of interesting. I guess it'll kind of like pull The Walking Dead I guess kind of like put some more pieces to the puzzle, because there are a lot of characters in The Walking Dead, and it would be interesting to see backstories on those characters, to kind of see, as I know you have your throughout The Walking Dead, we've met a lot of different characters, but it would definitely be interesting to see the backstory. Like I would like to see Negan's backstory. I would like to see Abraham's back. Like I would like to see kind of like a a short with like how Negan got to become who Negan was. I know Abraham explained what happened with him and how he ended up turning out how he was, but I still would like to see an episode on that. That would be dope. I like to also explore a little bit of Morgan and just some other characters. I know obviously Morgan didn't pass yet. He went over to the Fear of the Walking Dead, but I still like to see, um, you know, some more story on him. But I think this is gonna be dope. I wasn't really a fan of the past two episodes. I stopped watching after Rick left actually. So, and I heard that this season has uh picked up the heat. So I'm gonna go back through and rewatch and catch up. But I definitely would like to see what happened to Rick, because the way what's her name? Who was the girl from the Trash People? What's the lady's name from the Trash People? How she just sold Rick off? Like, I would definitely like to see what happens to Rick. And I know that they were talking about like doing a three-part movie about Rick to show what happened to him. So I mean, I guess they're also supposed to be doing some big movies, like big screen movies. So I mean, we'll see what happens with The Walking Dead, because apparently they have no plans with The Walking Dead coming to an end anytime soon. So I mean, we'll see what happens. And the last thing I want to talk about was this movie named Eli on Netflix. Now, I people people told me that I need to watch this movie because it's so good. Listen, I seen like this BuzzFeed article, and when I know the movie is old, I know it came out in 2019, maybe I think it maybe a couple of months ago, but I know it's not like brand new. But I seen this BuzzFeed article where it said the movie has people seeing demons, right? So that's what kind of piqued my interest a little more to go and watch this movie. Now, I watched this movie, and this movie was garbage. Me and my brother sat here and watched it, and you know what? We struggled to watch this movie. Now, this is my opinion. If you've seen this movie called Eli on Netflix, and you feel a different way, I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry that you feel that way. Listen, and if you don't like the fact that I'm ripping into this movie or I hate this movie, it was horrible. It was about a little boy who had an issue with going outside. Okay, when he went outside, he got sick. He couldn't be in the daylight, whatever case may be. Parents took this boy to this facility to have some work done to him to figure out what's wrong, because apparently they could fix him. So they get to the facility. This boy starts seeing these ghosts or whatever you want to call it, and he finds this white girl standing outside the building. They was talking through the window or whatever the case may be. So, long story short, you find out that this little boy is the son of the devil, right? And they've been pumping him with holy water throughout his life so he couldn't go outside. Now, my question is, wait, before I get into that, now they finally tried to kill him, but he apparently reached his full potential and his powers was maxed out. Now, my question is, if you knew this child, if the mom and the stepdaddy knew that mom let Satan beat the cheeks, why didn't they try to kill him off the bat? Like, why were you feeding this kid, or why was you injecting this demon spawn or whatever, Satan's son, with holy water his whole life, and then by the time you decide you want to kill him, it's way too late? Like, what? Like, the whole movie was just bad. It was a bad movie. It was butt cheeks. And I just want to talk about that because that was supposed to be a horror film, or it's like paranormal, whatever you want to call it. It was garbage. And I don't understand why people like the movie. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand how people thought that was good. It was like the jump scares were cheesy. It was a bad movie. But That's pretty much all I got. This week's pop of the week goes to Scooby Doo, Purple Flock, Scooby Doo. Now we got, I think it was a box. Yeah, it was a Box Lunch exclusive. I don't know when it came out. It came out last year sometime. But I had to grab two of them because one is flocked, two is purple, and that's just like the ultimate combination for me right there. Like, it's perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you this week. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. And please like, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think. Appreciate you rocking with me. And until next week, deuces.